And our tournament isn't meaningless. So in the scheme of things, our equipment is our voice. That's what we play is that instrument. And then we decorate it, putting makeup on this sucker. And if it's not looking good, why? It's like paint the thing, put a frame around it, but don't notice the picture. That's what all this is. So when we do this stuff now, we find out one thing about the organization. The people who are leaving, who leave Sweet Adelines are in environments where they feel they're no longer learning. This is what we are learning. That when choruses are losing people or they go to some other place, it's because they don't feel like they're learning. Because we do come for the education. We want to be better singers. So these things we're doing now, you could do all of that in the car. You could check this. Could do that, sitting down even. You could do this anytime you're singing with the radio. You could actually drive around with a pencil. People would think you're on a business trip. All of this stuff. And I'll tell you how we get good at it is if you think about it every day. Something. You're singing on the radio. Apply what you're learning here. Then you come back next week and it's easier and easier. It isn't, oh my God, I'm going to go for this exercise again. It's part of what you do. And so I know that you desperately want AIDS. I know you do. I know this chorus. I see you. You're wonderful on stage and you want to be higher level, not only in contests, but just what you do every week, right? Am I nuts about that? I'm getting that from you. And so, because you're jumping in and doing all these things. Now here we are with, oh, remember this. So we threw out like 4 ways for us to get to all of this. It's not all going to happen tonight, but I'm hoping you're experiencing a little bit of a difference in the feeling as we experiment with some of this stuff. It's all vocal stuff, and it applies to everything you say. Do you have questions? Let's go this way. Oh, good. Okay. Do you have questions on this? How to hold it, what it does, any confusion? Do you want to snap it in half, eat the lead? What would you like to do? Does this make sense? Yes. I'm going to say that if your teeth marks are so severe that the taste is coming off, you are chewing on this too hard, and you are creating tension someplace else. You're transferring vocal tension to the pencil. This is not the idea. It's a guide. You take it out, and the more articulation you can do with your tongue and the less with jaw, the better. Is it possible to do it without moving the jaw at all? No. But minimizing it. And this singing space is hugely important. What about this? If you have a candle at home, start singing so that that could be a steady flicker, that you don't get pops of breath on the sound. Joe Conley practices singing this way in front of a candle, and Tony DeRosa says this. I think it's quite astute. Air should be moving out of your body at any time that you are creating sound. It should be constant and steady. And so when it's hot, or you could do this one. Do a full exhale through an ooh. You feel there's no temperature to that. And that would be when we're singing here. And then we can do this one. And everything hooks up immediately. So with good body posture, which you guys have overall in the chorus, that should work for you. So when you sang, do this. How deep is the ocean? Right there, sing it all in the same note again, and it's all hot air. And the consonants do this. Yeah, ready? Everybody get that? How deep is the ocean? Ready? We're thinking about this space. And how deep is the ocean? Good. Now lift your face and heat up your finger more. Don't think about volume. Think about musical energy and connection. More air. And how deep is the ocean? Now sing the loud version. This isn't going to be quite as warm. And how deep is the ocean? Now sing default. How deep is the ocean? Now completely musical. It has nothing but breath moving your sound. And how deep is the ocean? That's the one I wish for you. And for many of you, your inside voice is going to tell you this. I also know this. Inside voice going, I don't know if I like it.
I like it.
The inside voice may not choose this. This is why you have to guard against it, because the inside voice, and people with big voices especially, likes to hear you sing louder in your head. It loves it. And it has a pitchfork, a cape, and horns, and it sits right on your shoulder, and says, don't listen to her, because that loud thing you sing, that's the one I like. And when we sing appropriately, you actually don't feel like you're contributing quite so much. You should feel like you're inside of the sound instead of creating it. There's your A.
That's profound. Say that again.
You should feel like you're inside of the sound rather than creating it.
So whatever your name is, Diane.
Yeah.
So when they come every week and all of a sudden, whose responsibility is it? If they hear that people singing outside of the sound, what is your natural response when you're hearing somebody outside of the sound beside you?
Sing louder.
Sing louder. So now we've got half a dozen more people singing outside of the sound, and then we get the whole G word. Gang sing.
Gang sing and good go together. Good is a nice comment. But excellent is even better. And that's even off the charts in contests. It's just, there's more fun in the rehearsal when you sing at a higher level, I think. Now, here's the thing. There isn't anyone that's going to walk in this room or in our chorus next week. There's nobody walking in saying, I think what I'm going to do is listen to my inner voice and choose the wrong path because I want to screw this up tonight. Nobody does that. So we all come in here to do our best, and we need constant reminders because this is not our life. Except for me. It's not our life. What I want to say to you, though, is if you feel like you are working so hard that you are making sound, there's something wrong. Because the ideal thing is, no matter where you stand in the chorus, you actually feel like you're inside of the sound. And when it's musical and it's open and free, and moving the breath support to this sound, oh my God, you will feel like this can't be right, actually, because it's so comfortable. And it's rich and it's beautiful. Now, that's not going to happen every week because people have life going on. We have people that are finding out they're sick and sick husbands and jobs and everything else. But you could walk in the door and say, okay, boom, left that in the car. Think about this. Okay, Diane. Okay, put yourself through a little check there. Use the warm-ups. You're going to be reminded of this stuff. And then put it on. It's like going to exercise class in the right clothes and actually doing it, rather than paying for the gym and then watching people, which is what I do. So, okay, let's see what we can attach here now. We're at the very beginning of this song. And I'm going to suggest this. Let's all go for the same goal this time. There's two things we can do simultaneously. Bass, candle. Bass and candle movement, air movement and candle. Get close enough so you can feel heat. Because what you want to do is not feel interruption, air flow. Oh my God, it's exhausting. Get some more air. Let's do those two things, bass and this.
I just want to say one other thing.
Yes.
I asked Diane to do vocal placement. Notice she hasn't done that. Why hasn't she done that? Why hasn't she? Because I did it perfectly. Yes, of course. Why did that's a good answer, but that isn't why. Joanna.
No one's sticking out.
Why?
Because everyone is doing it the same way.
She wins the prize.
One is triple
Okay, so the answer is this. Honest to God, it's the truth. And I love to do riser placement, and I think it can matter. It does matter to some degree, depending on who's new and who needs to be where, what, and how we want to balance sound. But I'll tell you, when people resonate as an ensemble, then you can stand shotgun and we're still going to be balanced. So the more we get like that, doesn't matter where you sing, how you stand, you're going to be a unit. So let's see what we get now. We want two things, right? We want the heat, candle, exhale, and lift.
Do we have this and this too?
Whatever you want.
Is that too much?
Yeah.
Oh, come on.
Yeah, beginning. actually, when the pitch blows, exhale. Get a whole phrase out. Heart brings you in. Breathe, sing, move air. And how should sound like this. Ho, ho, ho. You see, that's close down in the back. That,
But what they do is,
oh. So,
I think we were expecting a pitch. I was.
oh. All right.
we all was expecting a pitch.
Okay. Talk amongst yourselves for 2 seconds. Talk amongst yourselves.
I took 2 Tylenol, it didn't help.